Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to week 3. I can't believe we're already 3/4 of the way through this entire challenge. So welcome if you're new to this challenge and you're just starting, if you're watching this on catch up, on replay, and welcome to everyone who is on week 3. It doesn't matter how many challenges you've done, whether you've done one or none, maybe you're just getting started, or you've done, what would we be at now? 14, 5, 10. Yeah, we're on Thursday. Maybe you've done all 14. Maybe you have ticked them all off the list. Maybe you've done 15. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Where you are is exactly where you need to be. So this evening, we're going to be looking at, I'm going to be doing like a little bit of a recap of where we are right now. And I'm going to be talking about a slightly different way of looking at energy boosts. So this week I'll bring up the calendar. This week has been all about how we can boost our natural energy. And we've had little 5 to 10 minute mini challenges, just like we have had all the way through, on different ways that we can boost our energy. So hopefully you've been able to try 1 or 2 or maybe 4 or 5 of these, but if not, then don't worry, because there's plenty of time. And on Saturday I'll also be sending the Natural Energy Boost Toolkit, which is basically like a menu of all the incredible ways that we can boost our energy depending on how much time you have. So there'll be a section of like little 5 to 10 minute ones like these. Then there'll be a section for when you've got a bit more time, sort of like half an hour. And then there's also a section for when you've got a lot of time or you want to make sort of like deeper, longer lasting changes with your energy. So that's what's coming at the weekend. Now, if you are already on the app, then you'll find that in the courses section. If you are not on the app, I'm going to quickly show you what it looks like. This is the desktop version. Let's remove that one, add this one. So this is Heartbeat. This is our brand new free app. This is the community section. So you'll see there's a specific community space just for this challenge, and lots of different interest groups and stuff. And then also you'll see courses. So if I view this, you'll see in here are all the lessons that you can tick off, and Natural Energy Boost Toolkit is coming out on Saturday. So if you don't have the app yet, let me know, and I can always send you the link. But if you do have it, just go to courses and you'll find it on there. Or if you're just doing the challenge by email, you'll get it by email on Saturday. So going back to this one, we're focusing on little 5 to 10 minute things that we can do. Now, the reason that I have put this one kind of third, the first week, if you remember, we looked at decluttering, getting rid of some of that kind of old stagnant energy. That was the first week's topic. The second week, so last week, we looked at our own energy levels and we kind of looked at them objectively, right? So what are they like on a daily basis? What are they like maybe over the whole week? And hopefully you got the download on Saturday, the digital download, which kind of lets you measure your own energy levels and see what boosts you and what drains you. Now, this is a really important download that I think you should definitely go back through your emails or go back onto the course on the app and find, because this will really help you with this week as well. So if you've looked at these challenges and you're like, oh, I don't want to, I know some of you are like, I don't want to do the shower one, or, you know, maybe I don't want to do the 10-minute movement snack. It might be that there's something that you already have in your life that is a natural energy booster that you can swap these out for. Now, what I wanted to talk to you today about is kind of a little bit different. Now, I can give you a million and one things that will boost your energy levels, right? And like I said, on Saturday, you're going to get a digital download. You can use this menu and kind of, you know, find the things that work for you. But what I wanted to talk about this evening is looking at energy leaks and energy boosts. And I don't mean, you know, energy boosts like green tea or yoga or whatever else. I want us to look at what drains us in terms of the invisible stuff that we carry, right? So decisions, worries, other people's needs, other people's to-do lists, unprocessed feelings. We don't necessarily lose energy from doing too much. We lose a lot of our energy from carrying too much, right? Like we have a lot on our shoulders. And I think that sometimes we think boosting energy is about adding in all of these habits. I'm going to wake up in the morning, I'm going to do this exercise, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to drink water before my coffee. I'm going to do all of these wonderful things which we focused on all this week. But sometimes it's really about identifying any energy leaks and kind of lightening the emotional load. So I'd like you to think about this evening or today, whenever you're watching this back, what's something small that maybe you've been carrying that's actually zapping your energy, right? And it might be something that you've been carrying for a long time. It might just be something that you're sitting with this week. But I want you to think about something that might be emotionally draining you, right? So let's think about different types of energy leaks that we might come across, and then kind of how we can counteract those with some sort of energy boosters that aren't, like I said, just exercise or green tea or whatever else. So energy leaks might be overcommitting. They might be feeling like you can't say no. They might be that kind of background anxiety where it's not kind of full anxiety, because full anxiety is a massive energy drain, but that kind of like background, I get it a lot of the time, this like niggling feeling where you're like, oh, like I feel slightly anxious about something, slightly on edge. Scroll fatigue. Oh my goodness, this is something that I think is a huge energy drain for a lot of us when you're already feeling quite tired and it's like the end of the day and you think, do you know what? I'm just going to scroll through Instagram, or TikTok was mine today, guilty. And actually that fatigues us even more. Decision overload. So this is something that I think many of us watching with responsibilities at home and perhaps working as well will find that we carry this real mental load. And then someone asks a question like, what do you want for dinner? Or what do you want to watch on TV tonight? And it's like, I'm exhausted. I don't know. I don't care. Like, someone please make that decision for me. Like, please. And then there's the kind of more negative things that ebb away at us and kind of steal our energy, like low-key kind of resentment or guilt for resting, and those background things that they might not necessarily be in the forefront of our minds all the time. But like I said, they might just be something that's kind of quietly zapping our energy. So something a little bit different for you to think about today are those energy leaks that we can have lots of wonderful habits to add into our lives, but I want you to think about other things that you may be holding on to as well. So what can we do to counteract those? I'm really thinking about energy boosts that, like I said, like actually counteract them. So saying no counteracts overcommitting. I know that's a lot easier said than done. Doing something on your own terms, saying I'll deal with it tomorrow, and actually letting it go. Like just saying that's a tomorrow problem. Going outside without your phone, fresh air without your phone, going to bed without your phone, trying to get rid of that scroll fatigue, feeling seen, safe, or proud of yourself. Now, this is a huge energy booster, like feeling as though you are doing enough, and that has to come from you, right? I mean, sure, other people can say, I feel proud of you and whatever else, but it has to come from you. Feeling proud of yourself is a huge energy booster. And I know when I do like a good live or I do a good workshop, I come away, and even if I came into it feeling exhausted, I come away and all of a sudden I'm on cloud nine. So what can you do to instill those feelings of pride in yourself? And then laughing out loud. Always, 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 like my number one thing whenever I'm feeling drained or depleted and I don't want to do anything, I just find something that will make me laugh, or find someone that will make me laugh, which is why I married Jake. But it's such a huge energy boost that really counteracts some of those emotional energy leaks that I've already covered. So I think that what the kind of key to this really is calming your nervous system, right? And this is exactly everything, it's the crux of everything that we talk about at the Anti-Burnout Club. Things that drain our energy levels are things that put our nervous system on edge, and things that boost us are things that calm our nervous system. So something a little bit different for you to think about this evening. Obviously, I'm going to send you plenty of other tips and tricks to get you thinking about other sort of habits that you can put into your life. But I didn't want to come on here and do, we've done 5 challenges that were this, and then here's a downloadable with another like 20 or 30 on them, and here's me talking about even more in the video. I wanted to kind of do something a little bit different this evening. So hopefully this has been interesting and it's given you a bit of food for thought. And I would love to hear what some of your energy drains are, or anything that you're doing to boost your energy in terms of sort of counteracting those. So if you are already on the app, I'll show you again. If you go to community, and you'll see there's course and challenge groups, the recharge and reset one, and you can literally just start a thread. Looks slightly different on mobile, obviously. You can start a thread and let me know in there. If not, you can post in the comments on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you're watching, or let me know if you want a link to the app. And that is it. So I will be back on Saturday with your energy boosting menu, and then we are into week 4, the final week, where we're kind of like bringing all of this together. So thank you so much for joining me this evening, or whenever you're watching it back. I hope this has been helpful and given you some things to think about in terms of boosting your energy levels. And I will see you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.